Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review The Secret, Dare to Dream. And dare I say, this film might kill you because it beats you over the head too much. Way too often and way too hard. And this film is based off of this self-help book, The Secret, which is based off of this philosophy that if you wish for something hard enough, scientifically speaking, what you really want will be drawn to you through the universe. And, okay, I don't want to make this about disagreeing or agreeing with that philosophy. Calling it a science is a lot of BS, because where's the scientific proof that that could actually happen? But there's this idea. This whole entire film is rooted in that idea. And literally, the character that Josh Lucas plays is a walking advertisement for this philosophy. He has nothing else but spouting all of the main ideas of this philosophy and then pushing it upon every other character in this film, and every character in this film being like, oh my god, that's the most amazing thing, and either falling in love with him or building this great connection and missing him, because like those little tidbits of philosophy he throws at you, it's going to change your life forever. And like, this film is so obnoxiously convenient, and they just, I can't, you're like sitting there and like dumbfounded by some of the stuff that goes on in this film. And Josh Lucas's character is built up to be like this uber perfect person, and like, except the fact that it's just like, there is an actual secret. There is an envelope with something in it, and once you realize what this is, and the fact that it took the whole movie for him to finally give it to Katie Holmes' character is infuriating. And you're just sitting there like, what a jerk! But he's never painted to be a jerk. Everyone else seems to be unrealistically mad, if actually just once. There's this one thing, there's one scene of contention with this character, and the other characters made out to seem like they're being unreasonable. And Katie Holmes is basically just, she's a mother and loves her kids. And that's basically it. And Jerry O'Connell is a guy. And the dialogue is so obnoxious. Like I mentioned, it's just spouting philosophy in a really pretentious and heavy-handed way. But there's also this one exchange between Katie Holmes' character and her mother-in-law, who's still a part of her life, despite the fact that her husband is dead. And she's just like, you know, all these hurricanes are getting so much worse because of all this global warming. And Katie Holmes, without skipping a beat, just like, well, I blame the cows for that, and just moves along. And it's just like, if this film was trying to make a statement about that idea, or trying to build up some belief system for the characters, they never use that ever again. Or it never comes into play ever again. This hurricane happens to throw a wrench into things, to give Josh Lucas an excuse to stick around and to build some convenience into the plot, because this whole entire movie is based off of convenience. But here's the thing. If you take a step back and try not to think about all these things, this is a pretty standard of romance. And like, you would see this on the Hallmark Channel and feel like, oh, this fits perfectly. And if you're into Hallmark movies, like Hallmark romance movies, this is perfect for you. This is exactly what you want. But I sat back, and one other thing that was really bothering me is Josh Lucas's character occasionally calls back to this woman who's very obviously set up to seem like she is a romantic interest of his. She's in his house. Like, she falls asleep on his couch under the blankets while he's doing dishes. All that. Just to be an obnoxious red herring that comes out of nowhere just to cause some more dramatic moments throughout the film. And I'm just like, this feels so lazy. And just sitting back and thinking like, this is quite the film. And I had way more fun making this video talking about it than I did watching the movie. But in the end, from a romance standpoint, it's a pretty inoffensive little romance film that it's watchable. And I feel like if you really enjoy romance films, you'll get a lot out of this. This has like a 97% on the viewer audience rating on Rotten Tomatoes, while the critics one is like 19. So that says a lot. But if you don't want to think about it and just enjoy the romance, go right ahead. You'll get a decent amount out of it. But if you're looking at it from a film perspective, this movie will drive you crazy. But those are my thoughts on The Secret, Dare to Dream. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.